Have you ever wondered what really happens behind the glamorous smiles of celebrities? What secrets hide behind the calm faces they show to the world? And most importantly, what happens when love, pride, and heartbreak collide live on television? Welcome to Magazine News and Gossip, where every story has two sides, the one they tell and the one we uncover. Today, we dive into a storm that's setting social media on fire. A story that began as an innocent interview and ended as an emotional earthquake. When Can Yaman spoke about Sara Bluma, no one could imagine that a few simple words would reopen old wounds and drag Demet Özdemir back into the spotlight she never asked for. What did Can really mean? Was he speaking about his new love, or was it a message to the one he left behind? The night began like any other episode of the Italian talk show La Notte. Bright lights, laughter, applause echoing through the studio. The charming host, Giovanni Russo, greeted the Turkish superstar with enthusiasm. Can walked in with that unmistakable confidence, dark suit, sharp gaze, that magnetic smile that can disarm anyone watching. The crowd rose to their feet, cheering. But beneath the applause, an unexpected silence was waiting to fall. Russo, known for his bold questions, leaned in with a mischievous grin. Can, he said, everyone wants to know, why Sara Bluma? Is she the love of your life? Or are you still trying to forget someone from the past? The air froze. Cameras zoomed in. The audience held their breath. Can lowered his eyes for a moment, exhaled slowly, and said, I'm at peace because Sara doesn't remind me of the past. That sentence, just a few words, exploded like thunder. Some in the audience applauded. Others exchanged uneasy glances. Everyone knew what that past meant. Millions watching from home felt the same shock ripple through the screen. Was he talking about Demet? A few viewers swore they saw Can's eyes shimmer, not from the studio lights, but from emotion. It was brief, almost invisible, but enough to make thousands of fans believe. No matter how calm he looked, there was pain behind those words. And that's when the internet caught fire. Hashtag Can Yaman, hashtag Sara Bluma, and hashtag Demet Özdemir shot to the top of trending lists across the globe. Twitter turned into a battlefield. He meant Demet, no doubt, one fan wrote. Another replied, let them move on. They both deserve peace. But peace was the last thing anyone was about to get. Meanwhile, in Istanbul, Demet Özdemir was reportedly watching the interview from home. According to close sources, tears streamed down her face the moment she heard his words. Because it wasn't just a sentence, it was a rewrite of their entire story. A quiet denial of everything they once were. The next morning, Demet broke her silence. A black and white photo appeared on her Instagram, accompanied by a caption that made the internet tremble. It's easy to forget the past when you pretend it never happened. But some memories don't fade, and some loves can't be erased. Within minutes, the post reached over 400,000 likes. Comments flooded in like a tidal wave. Demet, you still love him, some said. Move on, you deserve better, others replied. But those who read between the lines knew this wasn't just a quote. It was a cry, quiet but piercing. Insiders later revealed that Demet wrote it in the middle of the night, after scrolling through old photos she'd never deleted. Her hand trembled before she pressed share. That tiny, very human hesitation said more than words ever could. Sometimes, people post not to be read, but to finally let go of what's been suffocating them inside. That single post was enough to ignite a wildfire. While Demet expressed her pain, Can chose silence, a silence that spoke louder than any interview. And the media knew it. Every move, every glance, every word of his began to be dissected frame by frame. Turkish and Italian outlets ran headlines like, Demet's tearful response to Can Yaman's cold words. But Can? He stayed quiet. No stories. No statements. Just one image on his Instagram stories, smiling beside Sara Bluma, captioned, "Peace doesn't need an explanation." That one line was enough to blow up the internet again. Fans split in two once more. Was that aimed at Demet? Is he mocking her pain? Social media turned into an emotional war zone. And then came the unexpected. A close friend of Demet spoke to the press. Her confession was heartbreaking. Demet cried not because of nostalgia, but because she felt erased from her own story. That one sentence broke her. She knew how much she had loved, how hard she had fought, and to hear him say he found peace with someone who didn't remind him of her was like a dagger. Even people inside Can's inner circle noticed something was off. One team member later revealed he kept checking the comments again and again. He pretended to be calm, but it got to him. Nobody wants to be the villain in a story that marked them too. Behind the fame, there was still a man wrestling with his heart. Days later, Can's representative, Alessio Ferraro, tried to calm the storm. Can wasn't referring to anyone, he told Italian media. His words were general. His relationship with Sara is strong, and he respects his past. But the fans didn't buy it. How can he not be referring to Demet? We all saw how he looked at her, one wrote. Ferraro's just doing damage control, another commented. The fire only grew. And that night, while everyone was talking about the chaos, Demet posted something subtle, a fleeting Instagram story that disappeared in minutes. A photo of a script, a cup of coffee, and the words, "I channel my pain into my work." No direct names. No explanations. Just quiet strength. Fans instantly understood. She wasn't fighting with words anymore. She would answer with success. And maybe that's what keeps the story alive. It's not just about lost love. It's about two people trying to heal in opposite ways. He seeks peace in silence. She seeks peace through creation. And in that contrast, millions of viewers find themselves reflected because we've all tried to forget someone without truly erasing them. Weeks passed. Curiously, neither Can nor Demet deleted their old photos together. The laughter, the gestures, the subtle posts, they all remained untouched. It was as if neither of them could quite close that chapter for good. That lingering tension, that unfinished goodbye, kept fans watching. Because when the past still breathes, the world can't look away. Then came another twist. Italian media confirmed that Can and Sara would appear together at a charity gala. Some said it was a publicity move. Others believed Can wanted to prove his relationship was solid. But once again, fate had other plans. A journalist asked him directly, "Can, do you still think about Demet?" Sara smiled awkwardly, eyes downcast. And Can, calm, almost distant, replied, "I don't live in the past." 5 words. That's all it took for the entire story to explode again. So, what's the truth behind all this? Did Can Yaman truly move on? Or is he still haunted by what was left unsaid? Did Demet's tears come from heartbreak, or from the strength of finally letting go? One thing's for sure, the public can't stop watching. Every silence, every post, every subtle move feels like another chapter in a love story that refuses to die. The hashtags keep changing, but the emotion remains the same. Hashtag Can Yaman deserves peace. Hashtag Demet deserves peace. 2 sides. One heartbreak. Because at the end of the day, behind all the fame, lights, and headlines, they're just 2 people trying to find the same thing, peace with their past. So tell us, do you believe true love can ever be forgotten? Or do we simply learn to live with it? Leave your thoughts below. We want to hear from you. Because sometimes The stories that hurt the most are the ones that teach us who we really are. Every word, every silence, leaves a trace, a reminder of who we were and why we still care. Because even as time moves on, some loves simply refuse to disappear. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, because here at Magazine News and Gossip, every story hides a truth the world is afraid to tell. Until next time, stay tuned, stay curious, and remember, behind every headline, there's a heart still learning to heal.